Good morning. Let me discuss the design and development of the course structure for the SWIME portal through MOOCs, that is, Massive Open Online Courses. Basic elements of the course. Course is the part of the subject such as economics, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, etc. It can be skill based, it can be core subject, it can be discipline specific, or it is related to the degree programs, that is BA, BSc, BCom, management, engineering, etc. What should be the structure of the course? The structure of the course designed for the MOOC has four quadrants or four E's. Number one is e-tutorial, that is video contents with images, graphics prepared after in-depth research. Element 2 is second e-contents, that is e-resources, text form contents, PDF format, or audio video contents, as well as web links supporting the first E, that is e-tutorial. Third element is e-discussions. So, after video lecture, followed by supported reading material, supplementary material, contents provided to the learners, the participants. E-discussions are must to solve the problems or issues or any queries relating to the contents. So, discussions is just the question answer session. It is just the problem solving session. Then, the fourth an important component of the course structure is e-assessment. That is, learners, participants need to be assessed both on the basis of formative assessment and summative assessment. Formative assessment is module wise, chapter wise, weekly, and it is a continuous process. And summative assessment is the final assessment or the term end exam. Formative assessment can become the part of the summative assessment. The courses at the SWIME are run and managed by national coordinators appointed for the purpose by the Ministry of HRD. So, 9 national coordinators such as IGNOU, UGC, NAPTEL, and they have etc. They have been appointed for specific sectors, streams. These national coordinators award the courses to the reputed institutions, and now these institutions become the principal investigators. Principal investigator is the subject matter expert or the course coordinator. The national coordinator ensures that the principal investigator, the subject matter expert, is the best teacher in the country. It is also ensured that if the need arises, the training is provided to the course coordinators, the subject matter experts, and also for recording the contents of the course, recording studio facility is provided. Sector means the level or grade of the course, that is UG, PG, as the SWIME portal runs different courses from 9th to PG level. Technical details, technicalities first. So, course is divided into modules or chapters and scheduled weekly as per the credits requirement. Suppose if it is 1 credit course, then it may be divided into 3 to 4 weeks, and with average it needs to be completed in 15 hours. So 1 credit is equal to 3 to 4 weeks is equal to 15 hours. So suppose if there is 4 credit course with duration 12 weeks, and or we can say 40 hours course is there, the course must contain video contents up to 20 hours, that is at least 20 hours video contents for the 40-hour duration course. So if it is 1 week course, average 10-hour course is scheduled for the 1 week, that is then video content for this 1 week course with 10-hour duration should be at average 4 to 5 hours. What should be the video format? Video format for the course is high definition 1920 into 1080 pixels. Ratio of the slide should be 16:9. MPEG for AVC compression. This is technical point. Font size for the heading is 24 to 30. For subheading it is 22 to 26, and for the body it is 20 to 24. Technicalities 2. So SME are the course coordinator before recording his her contents for the course must keep handy ready a PPT with 25 to 35 slides supported with images, graphics, animations, etc. This is part 1. Part 2, written text material, text file up to 3000 words. This is second part. First is PPT, second is text format material, and speaker in the video contents. His or her appearance needs to be up to 10 to 15 minutes, and rest time should be allocated to the PPT or the contents if the lecture is for 1 hour. This is technical point. So first part is PPT, second is text file, third is discussion form management. So what should be the discussion strategy that must be devised well in advance by the subject matter expert? And the fourth component is assessment details, formative and summative, and the assessment strategy. So 4 elements, 4 is should be ready with the CC, the course coordinators. Yes, the course coordinators can use the video clips from the experts in the contents to be prepared or to be utilized for the process. The principal investigator has to submit 2 video files. One is raw as an one when recorded, and second file is compressed. So this is how the course contents are recorded and submitted after recording. Courses run at the portal are credit based as well as non credit based. Credit based courses to earn credits by the learners, by the participants, and non credit based are awareness type courses, are skill and training type courses. Technicalities 3. The course run at the portal, the MOOC courses are divided into modules, chapters, and scheduled weekly. So, if module 1 is to be started, then it will be divided into topics with subtopics or themes as per the credit requirement. So, if it is one credit course, average timing for the course needs to be 15 hours as per UGC recommendation, and average time duration in days is 3 to 4 weeks. So, one credit course is equal to average 15 hours is equal to minimum 3 weeks. Per week, effort by the learner for the 4 quadrants, for the 4 E's, that is E tutorial, E contents, E discussion, E assessment, is 4 to 5 hours. So, in the same way, if it is 4 credit course, 12 weeks, 40 to 45 hours estimated time to be covered, and 6 credit average 16 weeks, and 19 hours or 90 days. So, simply 4 to 5 hours dedicated time per week by the learners, or 1 hour per day with flexibility of the timing. Suppose if it is 5 chapters course, so 5 chapters in syllabus with 6 credit, it means 15 to 18 hours per chapter with 4 E's format and to be covered in 90 days. Technicalities 4. So, what is the difference between the host institution and the parent institution? The host institutes are the institutes to which the courses, MOOC courses have been awarded. So, these institutes offer MOOC courses. They conduct the exams regarding these MOOC courses. They award the credits, they transfer the credits, and they issue the certificates pertaining to these courses. Who are the parent institutes? Parent institutes are the institutes where the students are enrolled for the degree programs such as BA, BSc, Engineering, Management, etc. And from these institutes, the students can enroll for the MOOC courses at the SWAYAM portal. And the host institutes have to cater the needs of the learners who have enrolled at SWAYAM from the parent institutes. So, many colleges in the UT of J&K who don't run MOOC courses, they can be treated as parent institutes as and when their learners enroll for the courses at SWAYAM portal. And the host institutes who are offering MOOC courses, when they issue certificates, they conduct exam, they transfer credits, such institutes may be outside J&K or some in Jammu and Kashmir. They meet the requirements of these learners from the parent institutes. Yes, for the management of the portal, there is SWAYAM Advisory Board for quality standards and SWAYAM Board for the overall management of the SWAYAM platform. Technicalities 5. National Coordinator identifies the possible courses to be run and managed online at the portal through MOOCs. These courses are advertised in the print and the electronic media. The expression of interest is called or invited from the course coordinators. Technicalities 6. The course coordinators have to submit number 1, expression of interest with the proposal details. So expression of interest format is to be filled and the proposal details are introduction to the course, time scheduling of the course, instructional video pertaining to the course, reading material details pertaining to the course, self-assessment strategy, modules, assessment strategy, timelines, extra and supplementary reading material details, assessment timelines, discussion strategies, etc. Number 2, the course coordinator has to submit, in addition to the expression of interest, the undertaking from the host institution. The CC, the course coordinator, has to ensure the course to be submitted, then the needs of that course must be met by the host institution. So undertaking is that the host institution ensures, yes, exam shall be conducted, assessment shall be taken, certification process shall be completed, credit transfer shall be provisioned, and this is one of the guarantee by the host institute to the parent institute that yes, their learners, if enroll for the MOOC courses, their needs shall be satisfied, their requirements shall be fulfilled. Then there is Academic Advisory Council. This Academic Advisory Council has been appointed by the National Coordinator to identify the course coordinators. Academic Advisory Council identifies the course coordinators, accepts their proposals, rejects their proposal, or approve the proposal submitted. There is subject matter expert group to evaluate the proposal, to accept the proposal, or recommend the improvement within the 2 weeks. So when the course coordinator submits the proposal and the undertaking, it goes to the subject matter expert groups for the evaluation. Then, as per the recommendations of the subject matter expert group, the proposal is submitted to Academic Advisory Council for the final call. So, if the proposal is accepted, then it is finally submitted to the national coordinator. First, it goes to subject matter expert for evaluation. Then for final call, it goes to Academic Advisory Council, which also recommends budget for production of the e-contents as per the format of the MOOC, as required by the MOOC format for the MOOC. So NC now conveys the decision if the proposal accepted to the course coordinator. The decision is based on the quality of the contents, reputation, repo of the institute, teaching learning strategy proposed. Then the course coordinator is invited to prepare the contents as per the MOOC format within 6 months from the date of this decision. Yes, the national coordinator does not allot new tasks if the earlier tasks are not completed by the course coordinators. If some course coordinators drop or refuse, the institution may be denied participation. If the course coordinators are private persons or they are from the private institution, then they should tie up with the public institution with the memoranda of understanding to the effect that they take the responsibility to conduct the exam, to transfer the credits to the learners, and to ensure the certification. So, MOOC compliant with 4 quadrants. The production team becomes available once the budget is sanctioned. Then the course is finally prepared with the purpose of the course, timeline details, that is start date, end date, assessment date, exam date, etc. Objectives of the course, prerequisites for the course, what will be the learning outcomes pertaining to the course, what will be the assessment strategy, examination strategies, certification strategy, then syllabi details, then announcement schedules, instructional guidelines are also provided. So this is brief about how to prepare and design the courses for the SWIME portal in MOOC formats with 4 quadrants, that is 4 E's: e-tutorial, e-contents, e-discussion, and e-assessment. Thank you all.